and Andy, chewing the jerk.
You know it's time to get this work.
The real raw, gutter, uncut cocaine. No political corrections.
Always sleep.
Fuck being awoke. We discuss politics and jokes.
Scribe, we lit.
There's levels to this. Before you was sucking on your mama's tit.
Aries Spears don't give a
We talk about race a lot, racism.
sexism.
Much love to my loyal bag holders.
Rollers, clip loaders.
We got them in the folders.
The whole world on our shoulders.
Spears and Steinberg.
Yeah.
I was just saying, I think, first of all, you can say crap, but you can't say.
Right.
And I think crap.
But you couldn't put SH*T?
They still do
Really?
it. But here's my question: doesn't crap sound grosser than like to me? Is like it's a neat, like if I was like there's some dog, it's a neat pile. If I said there's dog crap all over the place, that to me is like loose.
Because you could use for literally or just like you bump your toe. Crap is doo-doo.
Yeah, crap sounds dirtier to me, and you can use crap, but you can't use.
Yeah, crap. It sounds dirty, especially in the context you use it in. Like if you told a girl, "Hey, over my chest," and crap on my chest, versus on my chest, it almost sounds like, "Yo, I want you to on my chest," like, But crap is a slow
oozing mess
and steam.
I don't want either of them, but if I had to pick one,
Right.
I wanted on my chest. Crap on my chest.
All right. So Steve comes to us from my boy Frank Williams. Adam, okay. Happy New Year. Hey, I want this one. The setting. Aries, Mark, and Andy decide to go to Sunday service one morning before the show and hit up a buffet afterwards and shoot the pod in the back afterwards. So you all get there and sitting in the middle, but off to the left, closest to the exit door, about 30 minutes in, after a few songs and prayer announcements, Aries is somewhat interested. Andy is going, nope, that's not right, and Mark starts falling asleep. The preacher begins to speak, and the first line was, and in a preacher voice, in the beginning, God created husband and wife, man and woman, Adam and Eve, and not Adamo Steve. Mark wakes up, walks out. He got offended. Happy New Year, guys. I hope this one makes the cut. Yay, yay. It did.
Yeah, that's a
way
good one.
past New Year's.
Yeah, but there's a good one.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to a black church, Mark?
Yeah.
You did?
I'm trying to think.
No, you would know.
I'm not sure.
I think he was trying to find a joke.
No, I wasn't.
Came up short. The greater question would have been, has he ever caught the Holy Ghost?
Did you throw it back?
Hilarious.
Do I want to read this? Oh, God. It's too long for 2 o'clock.
Did you have to go to
1:30.
church when you were a kid?
No. We were never church people.
Did you go?
Spiritual, but never.
Did you go to just a church, or did you go to a black church if you did go?
Oh, it would have been a black church. Okay. We're not doing the whole. No, we need soul there.
It's a great experience if you ever get to go. It's a great experience to go to a black church. But I think it's a great experience
I
to
don't
go
know
to.
why I associate. I know church is a huge thing with all races, but for some reason, every time I think of church, I think of it being the black. I think that's probably because of that scene in Blues Brothers with James Brown and just jumping in the air and doing all that Holy Ghost. I just don't see white people being church people, but they very much are.
Yeah, but it can be different. But if you go to the South, Southern Church, Baptist Church,
White people act like that?
yeah.
That's weird.
They're clapping. They have the music going. They're
Right.
they're rocking a little bit, not to the same as maybe in an all black church, but they have that. There's still like a band.
I mean, the church music stuff it's pretty catchy. Like they go all out for that.
I just feel uncomfortable in church. Like my girl would every now and then she tried to be consistent. And there's this church down the street from my crib, and she would try to go every Sunday. And every now and then she would drag me. And dude, and this place would be packed. I mean, it was huge. And I'm just sitting there and I'm looking around and I'm hearing the preacher say what he says. And I hear the people, yeah, that's right. Amen. And I some of it, I'm just going, y'all believe this? Like, y'all believe this? Y'all don't have questions? Based on what he's saying, you don't see how some of this don't. I be wanting to disrupt the church and ask questions, but I know, you know.
There's a, you know the show Young Sheldon? It's from The Big Bang Theory. It's
Yeah.
He's a quite, he's literal. The kid is literal, and the mom is a very church going person. She'll bring him to church, and so a lot of episodes have him questioning the preacher.
Yeah.
Or interrupting, raising his hand while he's giving his sermon, and interrupting and asking like the questions that you're having issues with. I think it might be funny. It comes on late at night, and if I can't sleep, sometimes
It's called Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon. I don't know. I think there's something though about like I like the Catholic, European kind of that church with the music that you did. That.
Yeah.
There's something about that feels very. I don't know, heavenly somehow. Because it's so calming.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I wouldn't go to. I think I'm the one who got my parents to stop going to church when I was a kid because it was just annoyed my dad, and he wanted to stay home and watch football anyway.
What a man! What you got, Mark?
Hey, what's up, Mark? What's up, Aries? What's up, Andy? This Corey Allen from Oak Cliff, Texas, down here. Hey, another good white folk done got killed by ICE. What the f is up, Andy? Andy. I'm waiting for you. Apologize for this shit. Bruh. This shit bad. Man, Trump backing up now. they finna break that shit up. Now he having good calls and shit with the Minnesota governor and shit. Yeah. This shit is bad, bro. But I want to hear you apologize for it. You know what I'm saying? Mark, get on his ass. Not literally, though. Y'all boys stay up, man. All right.
That's it.
Yeah, we don't have to listen to him try to figure out to turn off his phone. He put it by the fan. He put the phone by the fan, and you could still hear the. Did you hear at the very beginning the detector went off?
Yeah.
The smoke detector. I ain't apologizing for shit.
Look in the camera and apologize.
I ain't apologizing for shit.
Look in the camera.
I didn't even get to talk about it yesterday or last week like I wanted to. But no.
Why aren't you apologizing?
I have.
But I like how he said, Andy, like you had something to do with it.
Well, because I said I voted for him.
Oh, okay.
So I had something to do with it.
Well, then it's all on you.
It is. It's all on me. I did it. I did it. I made the protest happen. I made a violent situation even worse by having people that should be better trained if they're going to be around those people that are violent. If you watch the protest, they're not. It's not proper protest.
I just like watching the chaos.
It is chaos, but I you know what was funny about it is, and you really hear it in when I hear him say it, and he says, "Kill white people," like now it's a problem. Like now, this is another level.
Mm-hmm.
It should be death. People are getting killed. It's a problem. Period.
Unless they're Palestinian.
No, Palestinians shouldn't be being killed. Why? See, this is the that he tries to do because he thinks he's clever, but it isn't. But do you remember? You do.
No, because we'll just have these conversations. You'd be like, "It's war."
It is war. Once they went over
What do
and
you
killed,
want? It's war.
When they killed 1,400 people,
What?
They opened up a war. What, you don't understand that?
It's proportionality, my guy.
Oh, now it's proportionality. And then when they said we're going to do it again and again and again. So do we have to wait now? Should they
You're
have
acting
only
like these
wait?
are equal forces.
So what they should have done is only killed 1,400 people and then waited for them to kill again and then go and do it again and then kill another 1,400 people and then we go back and match the numbers. Is that what you're saying?
No, I think
Where,
they should
where's
have
war?
their,
Where has?
security
Can you
forces
tell me? Can you
fucking
tell me what?
not taking the days
Can you
off.
tell me what countries have been
False
only
flag.
proportionality has used proportionality? Did we use proportionality in any of the wars that we've had?
No, that's what was up.
Okay, so why do you hold Israel to an accountability that you don't hold any other country to?
I'd be saying this about all the other countries, especially Iraq. That was up.
So you're not making any distinctions. You're just saying
am making
you don't know. What you're saying is I think it's wrong all the way around.
You're saying, where's this going? You gave them how long, and we're still doing this?
Are we?
Yeah.
We are.
All right, man. We got all the hostages back. We still have no real agreement.
They're working on agreements right now.
I thought this was the creme de la creme army that's able to go and you're able to send cell phones, blow up terrorists, like, give them a few months. It's been like over 2 years. I don't know how long it's been. Over 2 years. It's like you weren't able to take out this weak
He said it.
sandal wearing.
He said it when he came out that it wasn't going to be quick.
I know, but it's been like 2 years.
And
They're not exactly fighting Russia. They're fighting.
They went into
unofficial.
You mean they went into urban warfare with people that have tunnels underneath where they have hostages, and we had the IDF had to stand out and try to pick out ununiformed military and separate them from the civilians to the military, and it's Israel's fault that they can't figure out who's what, and they can't figure out. They talked about filling up the tunnels and just drowning everybody that's in the tunnels or making them get out, and there was problems with that too. That would have been the easiest thing that they could have done. Just take the seawater, pump it in, ruin the tunnels, everybody that comes up, but they would have killed all the hostages.
Yeah.
So
I'm just saying it's a little weird.
what's a little weird?
I just thought they would have been able to get it done in a year.
Well, you know what can get done is this email from Ronaldo
go
King.
ahead. I just like how you bring that up though, but
You don't think that's a little ridiculous?
No, I don't.
You think it should just go on forever?
No, I don't.
70,000 people dead.
I don't think it should go on forever. But did you think that any war should go on at all?
I mean, some wars need to be fought.
Okay,
Ronaldo King.
There you go.
TV show Bailing Out Loud, Hulu, or first time emailer. Oh, Steve, do it. Hey guys, love the pod. I wanted to get your take on this reality show, Bailing Out Loud. She's supposed to have, I've seen it. She's supposed to have Tourette syndrome, but I think she's using it as an excuse to say whatever she wants to people. I'm not 100% certain, but maybe you guys can check it out and make the distinction. Keep up the good work. Peace. Is this the one? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. With this white girl and she does all that Tourette.
Yep.
Could you be with somebody like that?
Depends what words she chose.
But not necessarily words, but that motion and ticks.
Depends when she did it.
You want to play it?
The preview? Yeah, that's it right there. That's her. I've seen this. I haven't seen the show, but I've seen these previews.
Slap that wiener, wrap that wiener, tap that wiener. Tourette syndrome causes me to have tics, and tics are sudden twitches, sounds, or movements that I do repetitively. Stupid.
How come they don't say anything nice?
When I get the urge,
He never had the
tick,
makings of a
it
varsity
feels
athlete.
Like my skin is crawling and it's very, very itchy. After I do the tick or release the tick, the urge goes away. My tics can come from anything. Anything I see, hear, smell, think about, make it wobble. Make it wobble. Make it wobble. Like that, because I'm thinking about that. I'm trying not to look at him.
But
Can she say the N-word?
She's white. She can say anything she wants.
But why doesn't anything nice? Why can't like all of a sudden like, daisies, like why isn't any? I'm really truly asking.
I
do you
think
know
they
what
do. I think most cases are like that. They're not like cussing and saying weird, but you're gonna give the reality show to the one with the funniest, most South Parky like one.
Okay, so that some of them just yell out random like I know.
I saw a dude at the grocery store who had Tourette's, and he would literally go, "Hey!" and just yell out and make these violent jerk movements. I couldn't.
Do they have? I know that this is going to sound stupid, but is Tourette's something that happens in all countries?
I'll look it up.
I mean, I think that's. I just don't understand. This is something I don't understand. I've never like read on it or looked into it.
Right.
It's never affected me in any way, and now they have a show, so maybe I'll pay more attention. But.
Tourette's affects 0.3% to 0.8% of children.
You got to want to read?
It's just long.
Motor tics, so the body movement, so eye blinking, facial grimacing, and then there's vocal.
But is it
grunting, sniffing, barking, humming?
Is there areas though that happens more?
Echolalia.
Echolalia is part of it.
Saying random words.
I didn't know that. I didn't know echolalia was part
or
of it.
In some cases, rare cases, involuntary swearing or obscene words.
But is it prevalent in other countries?
15%. Let me see.
Because it's interesting to me, and then I wonder if it's in European countries and not in like island countries.
Aries, what would somebody with Tourette's in India sound like?
I don't know. It depends on the thing. Because my wife, she used to be disabled, and I would say to her, "Nine pepper." Oh, so I don't know. Shit.
Yeah, they got it.
So it's everywhere.
It might be a little bit more underreported in other places, but yeah.
Hey, real quick, do you screen or at least know the phone calls who you're gonna play before you play it, or you just randomly play?
I look at them.
Give us at least 2 weeks before Oak Cliff, Texas. Like twice a month.
That wasn't so bad though. And he kept it short. He just couldn't figure out how to hang up the phone, and it sounded like he left it near the fan.
Oak Cliff, you're on timeout for 2 weeks. Change your batteries. You got time.
All right. Give us a call.
Oh.
This is Hunter, and let's discuss two things. First off, Justice.gov has 1-16.200, use of deadly force and prohibited restraint techniques. Number 2, firearms may not be discharged solely to disable moving vehicles. Specifically, firearms may not be discharged at a moving vehicle unless A, a person in the vehicle is threatening the officer or another person with deadly force by means other than the vehicle, is operated in a manner that threatens to cause death or serious physical injury to the officer or others, and no other objectively reasonable means of defense appears to exist, which includes moving out of the path of the vehicle. Firearms may not be discharged from a moving vehicle except in exigent circumstances. In these situations, and an officer must have an articulable reason for this use of deadly force. Second, Jonathan Ross, the murderer, and I'm going to call him that, was in our military. He was deployed in Iraq from November 2004 to November 2005. He has battle experience. So you're telling me that a guy who has been in the military, who comes out of the military, goes into law enforcement, doesn't know de-escalation techniques, doesn't know that discharging your gun is not applicable? I hear what you're saying in defense of this, but it doesn't make sense. You're talking about doing the research, do all the research. It's not like this guy was just, I even looked it up. I thought maybe he was just a thug that's the Trump administration just shoved into this position. But no, this guy has military experience. And you're going to tell me that he doesn't know how to de-escalate a situation? His life was in danger? He's put himself in danger many times before this. So I call malarkey on this. because it's awful. And you guys did kind of victim blame. You know, she shouldn't have been there. We don't know her reasons for being there. You could just wander in the middle of shit. That's here and there or there. If his gun went off because he was hit and did not have control over it, I might say, yeah, you got it there. But he was seen, you know, stepping around the car. So, but according to the DHS policy, it's never applicable to shoot at a car, even if it's coming at you.
You know what I like about that? He got straight to the point.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No foreplay, no nothing. He just went straight for the.
You know, listen. Let me say again, and I you know, I think you have to say this, and which is what Andy said. She shouldn't be dead. She should not be dead. She shouldn't have gotten killed. However, I'm just saying, when you know there's a situation that's volatile, where there's a hint that you could be harmed, you just don't go there. Like, listen, if this were 1950s and I'm living in Chicago and I know how dangerous the South is and that you can't look a white man in the eye, or you got to cross the street and you got to watch your tone, I'm not sending my kid down to Mississippi. And you could sit there and go, yes, Emmett Till should not have been murdered like that. He should not be dead. But if you know the history of the South and you're in Chicago, which, you know, I'm not saying that Chicago obviously was racism free, but it ain't the South. It ain't the deep South in 1950. I'm not sending my kid to go see his family, other relatives. I'm not doing it. So again, she shouldn't be dead. But if you know that this situation is hot and there's a chance you could be hurt, don't be there.
Well, I think what he's saying, though, is even with their own policies, that's where this comes into question, is whether he was justified to do it or not. So just because a car is coming at you doesn't mean you can shoot at it. That's the DHS policy that he was explaining. Because if you shoot a car that's coming at you, the car is going to keep going. So it doesn't really solve much.
Well, it stopped.
It sped off faster and crashed.
It stopped.
What are you talking about?
No, I was being a smartass like you do.
Oh.
Like that little funny thing where you try to be a smartass. But let me
work on it for next week.
No, let me say it. What he said. He yelled, said all that at the very end. When I said what I said, that he could have been hit and the gun discharged, and then the other two shots I can't account for. But and then he said, "Well, maybe I could,
shots.
maybe I could see that." Okay, that's what I said. I mean, that is what I said. As far as the DHS, you could, and talking about de-escalating. How do you de-escalate it? Do you have a stop sign that you put in and you pointed at them while they're doing it? She wasn't lost or just ended up there. Her wife is out there yelling at the guy. She's parked perpendicular in the street, so to cause traffic issues. And you are allowed to use force if it's going to save your life. That is where that is also in that little the technical when they can shoot at a car. So, no, I disagree with you. Well, and at the very end, you said the same thing I did. If you got hit and the gun discharged, and that was what hit her at the beginning, that's it. That's what I said. I offered a possibility. I don't think she should be dead. I don't think the gun should have been fired. I said that before. But if that's how it happened, but that's it. That is it. And it's when I said, I'm not victim blaming. I go, that was her choice. She chose to be there. She didn't have to be there. She shouldn't have been there. Now, should she have been parked in the street that way? No, sir. I'm sorry. She shouldn't have been. That is not a form of legal protest. So you're wrong.
Well, a traffic infraction isn't. Yeah.
She shouldn't. What did I just say?
How did the officer that shot her get on the other side of her?
What did I just say?
She waved him around.
What do you mean she waved him around?
She went, and the car went by. The dude got out of the car, did a couple laps around the vehicle, and then the chaos ensued.
I don't understand what you're saying.
She wasn't giving off a hostile vibe.
No, but she's parked in the street that she's not supposed to be parked in. I understand what you're saying, but I'm just saying that's not where you're supposed to be. Is she supposed to be there? That's what I said. That's not
But
where
is
you're
that
supposed to be.
victim blaming?
No.
It's not?
Is that where she's supposed to be?
But aren't our laws supposed to, even when you're not doing, it shouldn't lead to death. So I think this
I've
could
already,
be
I've
chalked
already,
up
I've
to
already said that she
not
shouldn't be dead.
following proper protocol, because when it was kind of like, I think it was from what I remember, it was a mix of two. Like how you said she backed up the turn, which I think anyone should be able to recognize. She's just turning the fucking go away. But he half stepped or whatever. So they both kind of met in the middle where he was up front. Now when
she backed
before,
up,
before
when
she
she
was
backed up, does he moving to get out of the way if she goes in the direction that she was backing up into to go to?
yeah. So they kind of like met in the middle where he was like
Okay,
in
that's
front.
you've never said that before. That's the first time you said it. So you must be watching the videos a little differently.
It's been a while. So when he takes his gun out, puts his phone out a little bit, takes out his gun, that in between time,
How long?
he
is that
should have
in
just
bet-
gotten out of the way.
How long is that in between time?
I don't know, a couple seconds.
It wasn't a couple seconds.
It wasn't a couple seconds.
No.
Backs up.
Yeah,
Goes
backs up and then
couple
go when
seconds.
she went forward.
Had a car going 3 miles per hour.
That's and from 3 miles an hour, and it's already hitting him. So it wasn't 3 miles an
Turning,
hour.
And then the first shot, the one that went through the windshield, you know the angle of it. To shoot the person, they wouldn't be straight on. He's very much off to the side / leaning in. But leading up to that,
You see him.
when he takes his gun out, how about you just step out of the way?
How about he stepping out of the way and taking his gun out? Do you not see the video? And before, you didn't say that. You know what you said before? She was turning and he was on the wrong side. And you didn't say about meeting in the middle, because that is what happened. You were right now, but that's not what you said in the beginning.
See what you started, sir.
That's not what you said in the beginning, though, is it?
I think we all agree. Just let it be investigated.
That-
But that's
that is
but
what I
that's
agree
the
on.
problem is
But-
that they're not. It just gets straight politicized. They're out there calling her a terrorist.
Yeah, I don't agree with any of that, but that's not what I said.
But
and
isn't
that's
that
not what
part
he
of the
said.
problem of all this? We can't just let it unfold.
Okay, well, let's do this though.
The Rittenhouse shit, the Trayvon Martin shit, just let it play out. That's what they did.
Yeah, let's do this though. When you said they called her a terrorist, but they're the fascists and they're the stormtroopers. They're not.
Well, I mean,
They're not.
I'm not going to look for crazy liberal protesters for the exact right language. I'm going to look for the people at the top, Kristi Noem, head of DHS, to have rational thoughts. But she can't. She has to be a bulldog to appease Trump, deny everything, never take responsibility.
I'm not agreeing with
and
that.
give
I've said before, I don't like the
incendiary
rhetoric that comes from Trump. I don't like the rhetoric that comes from Trump's people. But this has started well before that was ever started. That they're out there. What are they opposing? How do you get people to come out in the streets? What are they opposing? Are they opposing ICE? Because they weren't opposing ICE earlier, not in previous administrations. What they're opposing is fascist Nazis on the street removing their neighbors.
Well,
they're not
They
neighbors.
sent 3,000, whatever the from whatever
Whatever. Okay. So
military entity.
are they? But they're not taking their neighbors. They're taking.
They are taking
no.
neighbors.
What they went to take in the beginning was people who broke the laws, serious laws. That didn't stick because they're not allowed to go get them from the jail. They're not allowed to go get them from the court system.
No, that didn't stick because all they want is numbers to make it look like
No,
they're doing
that's what
something.
you keep saying, but it's not because he
So
has.
they don't have quotas?
I don't know what their quotas are. Do you?
So you don't know?
No, I don't know what their quotas are. What are the quotas? What's the numbers that they have to have?
At least 3,000 a day.
How long can you guys go? Like,
All day.
I really
All day.
believe y'all could go back.
I
and
could go
forth
all day.
for a whole hour.
I could
man.
go all day
Oh my god!
because I think.
But
it's,
this is your first time hearing about quotas?
no, it's not. You brought quotas up 100,000 times already. So how
Yeah,
can it be
I have
my
a
first
quota
time?
to bring up quotas.
I guess so, but I don't know what. I didn't even look at what the numbers of the quotas that they have to have.
And see.
There we go.
Ruben Cumberpatch, episode 741.
I did hear they weren't making their quotas though. So
Most wanted, 25 minutes, 33 seconds. Morning, people. This is coming at you from England. I'm currently listening to the pod. This is my first episode. Jesus Christ, dude.
what is going on with you?
It just,
Acid reflux?
yeah.
You got to get some pills for that, man.
I will go back and listen to but I'm a massive fan of Aries from early on. I want to respond to the point where you're venting and not having proof of Charlie Kirk being a racist, and I have two perspectives. One, over here we call them grifters. We have them most notably in politics and political commentary, similar to you guys. Examples being Nigel Farage, Piers Morgan, etc. What they do is peddle fact, checkable blanket statements for clicks, for rage, but mostly to keep the divide active. They're not looking for actual discourse. They are hoping to keep the ignorant, the people entrenched in confirmation bias of any ethnicity at each other's throats. Do you know how they do that? They make it seem like there's a discussion between something racially derogative and open to interpretation. This could not be far from the truth. Here is a short list of things that CK has said on the discussions about black families, and particularly the fathers leaving being the cause of the destruction of the black community. Even if you're ignorant, even if you're willfully prejudiced, you could not have that conversation without the acceptance of what the American government has done to the black community. As the person attempting to sit down and start the debate, he has to do so from the point of view of facts. 2, you made a point in support of his character about how he would put himself out there and how none of the teachers, lecturers/professors will go in the seat against him, which should kind of highlight exactly the type of person he actually was. He made a career out of going and speaking to people's children and telling them that their hard work and ambition is a waste of time, and being at university, and that their bid to diversify their life experiences and assimilating cultures and so on was also incorrect, because his incorrect statistical opinion on people was the one they should follow. He was the beta version of J.D. Vance in the making. Apologies for the length. If it was ever possible to sync the time zones and get back on the show, I'd absolutely obliterate your opinion on CK in real time. I fear two things that this email tangented, never heard that word, and that you'll be able to claim that I did not give you enough examples/footage. I'll leave you with this. Discuss with Aries his opinions on black pilots. Tell me, is he speaking about something factual, or is he speaking about his conscious bias? Ask yourself, which is the open and closed point of a discussion about questioning the aptitude/capability of a person's ability to perform a task that requires hundreds of hours of sanctioned and approved hard work in becoming a pilot, no matter what color you are, and yet the man never ever questioned how little effort it takes to become a police officer in the same country, and why you never saw him question the ethnic demographic. Nice one, Rue. When he says the ethnic demographic, is he trying to suggest that he didn't question black people? Because he did.
I don't know.
I think he's talking about white people.
I don't.
Or like how there's little, I don't know what the qualifications to become a cop is, but.
Well, I think that was directed towards me, like he didn't give me enough, and I'm going to try to up his email. There's 3 people here questioning your email right now, so it ain't me.
He might be too smart for us.
Yeah, you might be. That might be the way you put it out. But I'll go back to, can we go to where he starts? Because I can.
There was like 3 points he made or something?
2.
He did.
Well, kind of 3, because the black pilot thing.
Or the black parent in the home. He does speak on it. He does speak about the government and removing the father from the home because they couldn't get. He did talk on the welfare aspect of how the country moved, that was eliminating the black man from the house so that they could get the money from the government. He talked on that. He also talked about what happened after, where the black family was before civil rights and after civil rights, because of the things I'm speaking that I just said right now. When I said that about the professors won't go out there, I don't really understand. I don't think that I caught everything that you read when he said that. But Charlie Kirk did go to, where did he go? Harvard, Cambridge? Not Harvard. He went to Cambridge. Is that where did he go?
He went Oh, to Oxford and Cambridge.
Yeah, so he did go outside to debate past that. When you talk about the grifters that you're talking about, they don't debate anyone of serious weren't trying to debate people of serious consequence. They debate talking heads on television. When you talk about Pierce Morgan, I didn't know you guys felt that way about Pierce Morgan, that he was a grifter. I just thought that you did you think that do we get that from him here?
Who?
Pierce Morgan, is he a grifter?
How do you call Pierce Morgan a grifter?
Yeah, well, he said, yeah, you put him in that category. I didn't think we put him in that category here. So, we're having a little difference of idea that you put out there, I guess. When he brought up, I can do the black pilot thing, and you have to play the black pilot thing the whole way, and then when he speaks about it later. When you say that he talked to other people's kids, he didn't go to elementary schools or high schools to talk. He went to colleges, where colleges are actually of age people to vote. And so why wouldn't you talk to them?
But the scary part about that is some of them kids that are at age to vote, based on their interactions with him, I don't think they got anything out of college.
Well, then that was kind of the point that he was talking about.
He shreds them. He was shredding them to death.
Well, he wasn't shredding everybody, and they got to come up there and ask the question that they wanted to ask. It wasn't like that.
But anytime he gave a rebuttal, that's where he obliterated them.
But what I'm saying is there are some people that gave him a little bit.
Every clip I've ever seen.
Well, and that's where Mark's point is that they make these up for click.
Also, when you're in Charlie's position, when you do that for like essentially a living, you're going to know everything almost virtually. Like how you can have like a quip for everything and stand up, get a laugh. You know how to go. That's essentially when you're experienced like debating, not like knowledgeable people on the subject that know the whole thing inside and out, you're going to be able to dog walk them all day.
But he did talk to people that are knowledgeable. And you're going to college where people are supposed to be educated, so this is a reasonable place to have this conversation.
Yeah.
So there wasn't any. I don't agree with you, I guess is what I'm saying, sir. I just don't.
I think the thing with like, all right, say like the black fathers not being in the home and stuff. I always keep looking that up. Now I know there's the Moynihan report or whatever that really where this like claim comes from.
In the 90s,
and there's definitely
it was
something there, but every time like I look it up, at best it's very controversial to claim that that's the reason. There's multitudes of reasons, and that's not the majority of the reason.
No, I agree with that too, but that is a reason. When it's a contributing factor is what that statement is. When you look at where before civil rights, when the family was together.
But that's the point he always made.
No. That I was looking this up, and that had nothing to do with what he did. There's other people that talk about this.
No, I know.
And a lot of the black community talks about this, especially conservative like preachers that talk about what's going wrong with the black home.
I know, but when you do like a real analysis on it, or you're trying to look through the literature, there's no consensus that was the thing.
I agree with you in what you're saying there, because I thought in the 90s that was making the black family was reconnecting with the father, was coming back into the home, and that was not the same thing that we had. And I think that is still true, moving in that direction. But when the government incentivizes anyone, black or white, not to have the husband in the home to get the dollars from the government, that's a problem.
Yeah, maybe.
It
can be.
Well, anytime that you incentivize people,
there's always people that are going to take advantage of it.
Yeah, but we have generational people now, black and white, that are generational users of the government system and structure. So it's not like it's just
kinda.
No, it's not kinda, dude.
So you just get food stamps forever?
The next generation picks up food stamps, and
so
the generation after that,
you get food stamps for like 3 to 5 years, and most people get off of it before that time expires.
Did he say something different in a way that it eliminated?
Well, I'm saying you're putting all this blame and stuff on things, but
I just know that more white people are on food stamps than black people.
Yeah, and I did say, but see, this is where we go and do this again. And here's how we play this game. And I want to say this. If it comes to police shootings, it's percentages. If it comes to total number, then it's people. This is why I always correct things and say it to be honest, so that we can say, are we
Just
talking?
always use percentages.
No, it's not always percentages. It isn't like what I brought up the other day is I wasn't trying to get to a number. Sometimes you have to look at other things, and why when I was talking about the media, if there's more white people being shot, why doesn't the media ever cover that?
Well, listen,
So that isn't a percentage issue. That's a
when it comes
numbers
to
issue.
shootings, I hate the media.
Okay, so let's get this off the table. I do want to work with it, but let's then like stay with percentages. There are more white people, way more white people on assistance, government assistance. But when I'm saying this too, government, white, black, it doesn't make a difference. There's generational people that are using the assistance programs. They're staying on the assistance programs because once they can't get it, their kids get on it. It
Which
continues.
ones?
What?
Which ones?
What do you mean? Which ones? Joe.
Talking about like
Joe
SNAP?
and Frederick. No, there's other programs that you can get money for. You can get on Section 8 housing for forever.
Okay.
So
I'm going to start my own news network called CNMN because it make news.
All right. So
To answer your question, when you go, how come the media doesn't cover white people being killed the same way they do black people? Because make news. That's
okay,
my network.
I like it.
Niggas make news.
Dude, I told you before if you did I forgot what it was.
Of course.
But it was
Something like that.
yeah, it was like because I think it would go.
You got a phone call?
so first point thing, fatherless dads. That's kind of controversial claim, right?
We're moving on from that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to spend
Black pilots.
We got it.
Charlie Kirk was wrong about that.
No, he wasn't about black. No, he
Again,
wasn't.
I
And I can go over that with
again
you.
to the one person that wrote in the comment section on YouTube. Trust me, I would love to let these cook, but they'll cook forever. So that's why I gotta, you know what I mean? So we can keep it moving, get other people in. Because on one topic, these dudes can go a whole hour.
Here, let me put it in because you're using cook.
Yeah.
So if we keep going back and forth, we just have like the food in the oven, and we're talking about it back and forth. The new emails are the seasoning for the podcast. We got to keep throwing some seasoning on it. Otherwise, we're just cooking with no flavor.
And you can overcook too.
Yeah,
so that's the other thing.
and there's no it becomes flavorless.
Yes.
Okay, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to put pilots on the list for us to get back to.
All right, time for some Uber Eats.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Rob Dorsey, your favorite neighborhood nerd, calling out of San Antonio, Texas, by way of Wilmington, Delaware. I'm calling because of episode 746. I never got mad at Andy, dog. You know what I'm saying? I never got mad at him. And even with the, misinformation of the slave shit that he said on 746, I'm still not mad. But when you come for Star Wars, you gotta relax. You know what I mean? I had to Google the shit because I was like, maybe Andy knows some shit that I don't know. And you know what? There was some inspiration that George Lucas took from like an Akira Kurosawa movie and, freaking some other old, like Flash Gordon and shit like that. But it was a original thought. I don't think it's fair to call it a complete, a knockoff and of some Japanese movies.
I didn't think I called it a knockoff
so
though.
I just had to say that. Also about slaves. Now, when Harry says Africans were stolen from Africa, and you go, well, you were stolen and then purchased. I think that there's two ways to take that. I don't know if you mean they were stolen by Africans in Africa and then purchased by Europeans, or if you mean they were stolen by Europeans from Africa and then purchased while they were in America. But, you can't really call what the Europeans did on the coast of Africa a purchase because there was no, valuable transaction made. They had things that they called Manila. Mark, you can look it up if you want to. I don't know, you're struggling with getting out of the app to search for shit. But there was something called Manila that the Europeans brought to Africa, which was invaluable made out of like copper, brass, and other very low valuable materials that they would trade for these captured Africans. And they lied to the Africans that, had these prisoners, telling them that this was valuable. So, yeah, I wouldn't call that a purchase. I wouldn't call that a honorable trade, So when Aries is talking about, these dishonorable people, I don't think there's a need for you to put a cape on for them and, try to make it a fairness thing when there was no fairness there. But anyway, I want to leave it at that. And, one more thing. Sorry, I can't leave it at that. Mark actually may sound gay, but he also sounds like Beavis and Butthead. I can't remember which one, but I just noticed it on episode 747. Hopefully y'all see it too. But anyway, much love, y'all, from Rob Dorsey, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
So he's saying you sound like one of the characters from Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
which
Butthead.
Yeah, because yeah. He doesn't sound like that guy.
No, that's Beavis.
So you saying he sound like that one?
Yeah.
Mark don't sound like that.
There's moments where there's little, but I think he sounds a little bit like both of them sometimes. It's what the same guy doing it.
Yeah. That's the blonde one.
Yeah.
He don't sound like
TP
that.
for the right bunghole. I need TP for the right bunghole.
Mark don't sound like that.
That's Beavis, right? That and the other one's Butthead is the dude with the hair lip thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting into what he said, I don't remember. He said he wasn't mad, which is cool. Thank you. The Star Wars thing, I didn't say it was I wasn't insinuating that it's a knockoff, but we don't live in a vacuum and we're influenced by different things. I never, and that's what I was trying to say to Aries. And some things that we do take, we take inspiration from, and we may even, as I said, Quentin Tarantino does, he puts it in there because it's a nod to or to receive some update. That you're saying this was a great movie. It's in this new movie. I took it in this direction. I think that's an homage. That's a shout out, whatever you want to call it. But I think that Star Wars had a lot of that in it. I mean, there is a lot of reference points that you can go, okay, this is World War II. This is like I said, the films that you looked up, the Kurosawa film, and that was a lot of it was in the fashion that was used in the movie. So. Yeah, but we don't live in a vacuum. So we all pick up from other things. I have prior influences. Aries has Eddie Murphy influences. We all have influences. We don't live in this world without having somebody affect us. So that was the point. When he got into this, listen, what I was there. I don't want to do a slave thing. I don't.
Let's not.
So I'm not gonna do it. But we do know that they sailed out. Whatever the trades were made, and these slave traders didn't want to say that they did good faith trading. I'm not gonna say that. What I was trying to do was bring the when we keep saying stolen. I was trying to explain something that is factual. Ship showed up. They didn't go steal anybody from them. They did whatever exchanges it took to get them onto ships. Do I agree with that? No. I'm just saying that's the truth of what happened.
They weren't stolen; they were trafficked. That's better.
Do you know when the first slave ship came to America, as the slaves were getting off the boat, one of the colonizers asked one of the guys at the dock, "How did we get these?" And the colonizer went, "We stole it. We stole that shit."
Tekashi was there?
Tekashi was dead. We stole them niggas. We stole that shit.
There's another cartoon, man.
Stole that shit.
Dude, there's another.
So we do, nigga. We stealing niggas, man.
Oprah's
he was at the big meeting before the first slave ship went out to get the Africans, and then all the white people were in a room going, "How do we get people to build this country for free?" And Tekashi was at that meeting and said, "Go to Africa, man. We steal that shit. That's what we do. We steal them." That's gonna be a running joke,
dude. The Tekashi doing that. It should be. We should be doing these cartoons. Oprah's feet, and that is the two beginning. The two beginning cartoons.
I wish we had somebody that kind of like how Frank Williams gives us the Steves. I wish we had a cartoon artist on regular rotation. I remember I used to pay that dude out of Atlanta to do those cartoons. The few that we did. I should reach back out to him, man. But those were funny.
That Oprah's feet, though?
Yeah.
That's why you got to have a fan base that will do that. You know
I was hoping that while people listen to this, someone out there could do that.
Managers and cartoon artists, send in your resumes.
Chris and Color. You can do what you wanna do in Chris and Color.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Out of Sync. Hi, Aries. Haven't written in a while, but still listening weekly. Off topic, but wanted to ask you about the movie Out of Sync. My girl and I were randomly watching Tubi and put it on. Oh, that's on Tubi? Such a wild movie. I recommend everyone watch it once. I just want to hear any stories about the experience working with Debbie Allen. How did LL deal with you stealing all the scenes? The music in the movie was used mad aggressively. Random email, but it was cool seeing the early beginnings. My bad if you've already addressed it in previous episodes. Hope to see you guys next Bay Area trip. Peace.
What was the movie again? I'm sorry.
Out of Sync.
Out of Sync. Okay.
Dude, and I gotta tell you, that was one of the surreal moments for me because, as a kid, I literally grew up on LL Cool J. One of my first rap albums was I'm Bad. I think it was called Bigger and Deffer. Of course, that was the first time we heard I Need Love. Sometimes I sit in my room and I stare at the wall. In the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call. So being around LL was just like, holy.
How old were you when that took place?
Ooh, 20s?
And how old was LL?
Oh, I don't know.
But he was still young.
Yeah, I mean, but
I have to ask you this question, and sorry, I'm going to take you out of this for just a second. But because you were young and you were famous now, you're getting famous.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think like, oh, we're going to hang out? I'm going to meet LL, and we're going to go to dinner. We're going to become boys.
I never thought that with anybody that I met. Because I just didn't see that as. I wouldn't have tried to force that. If you would have said to me, "Hey, man, I would have been like, word, I'm with it. But I was never going to be the one to initiate, we should hang out. We should be friends. Let's exchange numbers. Because I just didn't.
No one ever said, like, we're going to be here for a few days. Hey, man, you want to go out tonight? You want to grab some drinks? And that never happened?
Mm-mm.
Damn.
No.
This fame game sucks, man.
I'm telling you. It ain't what you think it is.
I meet people. Comics really only hang out with other comics.
I think I'm not sure if I'm almost certain I told this on the pod, but this was a million years ago. LL's one of them dudes where he don't know his own strength. Like he's very, yo, what's up, B? Not me, man. It's crazy, man. Like he's real New York. And I remember before we shot the movie, he told me swing by his hotel room. And so, because he wanted to talk about the script and the relationship, because I play his best friend. So we sitting down, chopping it up. And every time he would talk, he smacked my knee and smacked my thigh. Like, yo, man, we got to be best friends, B. Know what I mean, son? And this nigga's hurting me. And I want to go, nigga, stop. Because when he slapped you, it's real, you know what I'm saying, man? And he would just slap my knee, and I was like, this hurt. But he's real heavy-handed. He's a real, LL's a strong nigga, B.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you don't think when he's saying, hey, man, we got to be best friends, because I know it's for the movie, but we got to be best friends, you don't think he should say, let's go out tonight. Let's see how we roll together. But no, nothing like that.
Nah.
That is crazy to me.
Nah.
I would find a way that I would want.
Right.
And I say that, but I've never tried to I never tried to, like you said, force it to go hang out with a comic afterwards.
Yeah.
I offered breakfast because I was working at the breakfast joint when I worked there. And that was cool. And I love that because then, we'd get a late breakfast and then we'd hang out at the table. And then people, especially at breakfast, people start waking up and they're relaxed and they say that they normally won't say to you. So that was cool. But I understand what you're saying, though. Like they have a life. So to invite someone into their life is a little different. Comics, we roll on the same kind of time zone.
Yeah.
So I get it, but I'm thinking like young Aries is hanging out with some of the other famous folks that are out there.
Yeah, I just, dude, when I've gotten around famous people, I kind of almost back up because I don't want to overstep or, you know what I mean? I don't want to show too much excitement, And not a whole lot of people really excite me. I mean, there's some people where I go, yo, this is surreal because I grew up on them. Like when I did Russell Peters' podcast a second time, I went to his new house and Big Daddy Kane was there. And it was the first time I met Big Daddy Kane. And I'm telling you, when I say me and my boys, at school, we knew by heart the BIGDADDYKENE, good and plenty. And we ain't no half stepping. We knew that Kane was the dude. So again, for me, I told him, I was like, man, you don't understand, nigga. Like, we literally grew up on you. You was that dude. Still are. So there's those moments that I have like, oh, but I'm not going, and listen, I got Kane's number. I don't ever call him and go, hey, man, let's, want to watch a game, want to go to get some hot wings or hang out. I don't do it.
See, that's the thing where I think I would, like, if someone gave me some tickets to a game and I would look at the phone, I would like to hang out with Big Daddy Kane. Let me see if he's available. I would do that shit because I would like to know, especially if I had that connection the same. But I told you I met Big Daddy Kane in Tucson because they were filming a movie out there, that Western movie that they did.
Yeah.
And so I met a bunch of dudes out there. They were all, they were all, and they were.
What did they order?
A lot of white college.
Dude, let me tell you, it blows my mind because you forget that being in entertainment, they like to be entertained by you in terms of what you do, as much as you like to be entertained by what they do. And I'm telling you, if you were to go through my phone, Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Be Real from Cypress Hill, at one point, I got so many rappers, Chuck D from Public Enemy, in my phone. I don't ever call these man. I don't ever call these Snoop, Dre. I got them all in my phone. I don't call these man.
But that's where you gotta like do the Merry Christmas thing, just every once in a while. Just
text a Merry Christmas.
Yeah, just like not asking for anything, just like thinking of you, bro. But like, don't say that.
Hit them, put the birthdays in your phone so you can say happy birthday. No, I don't do that shit either. I know that. And I have a lot of people, and you know what happens is I watch the people that I do talk to, it gets smaller and smaller because you don't follow up.
Right.
And you have to follow up. They're busy, you're busy, but someone has to do the following up if it's interesting to you. I don't know how this fame game works. I really don't. And it's changed a lot because I'm with you all the time. So when I was at the club in Arizona, I'd meet a bunch of different people. And so then there was a little social interaction. I don't, me and you, we have, I don't want to say we're like boys. Like we hang out. We know how to work with each other. And so that's it.
Yeah.
And I don't want to go put a bunch of effort in hanging out with other people.
Yeah. When this podcast goes to LA.
Let me ask you one question. I want to ask y'all one question before we go. Should men FaceTime each other? Because I got this dude, my boy Lewis, out of New York, and we like to play each other on 2K. And this nigga calls me all the time, which I'm fine with, but they're always FaceTimes. And I don't think, unless we're related, unless you my dad or my son, two men shouldn't be FaceTiming each other. Why do I need to see your face?
Is he FaceTiming you or is he doing the thing off like Facebook?
What do you mean?
Facebook has a way to call you.
No, it's FaceTime.
Okay. Then he has your regular number. He can just dial you.
Yeah.
Man, I don't.
Two men shouldn't be looking at each other's faces.
I got to be honest. I don't like FaceTiming anyway. I don't like FaceTiming my girl. It's at least,
but that's different. That's your girl.
Yeah.
Not dudes.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I don't really like FaceTime in the first place. So definitely don't want to FaceTime dudes. Like if someone had something they wanted to show me, dude, I just got this. Let me show you.
Okay.
That I get. But
to talk to me,
like I want sometimes, especially when we're on the road, I'm in my bed. I'm not FaceTiming you when I'm in my bed. I'm in the bed talking to you, looking at the TV, and now I'm looking at you. No.
And a lot of times I'm in the bed and I ain't got no clothes on.
No. And you're not. I guarantee you this. You're not even supposed to talk to another dude when you don't have clothes on.
Even if it's a regular phone
Just
call.
a regular phone call. If you're naked, then you don't talk on the phone. You got to be. No, I'm not even talking underwear. I mean, you have to have pants on. There are some rules that we should live by.
That's hilarious. You can't even see them up.
I don't care. I have
hilarious.
pants on.
There was one thing I saw on the internet where it says, in like kind of in this vein, where a dude was FaceTiming his boy, and the dude that's talking to him, he's in bed laying on his stomach, but you can see his legs in the background, like kicked up, like this, but his feet,
Yeah.
legs kicked up. I thought, oh my God.
No. No, and I get it. Like if you guy call, hey man, I'm trying to fix this part of my car. Do you know anything about that? You know, something that
Right.
it gives you a reason why they're holding the phone and showing something to
Right.
you. But seriously, man, there's no time in life that I need, and really, I mean it. I really serious.
Right.
You're not naked when you're talking to anybody on the phone, unless it's like your girl or something. I'm not. I'm not naked. I'm dressed.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in my mind when I see the call come in. I'm like, why is this FaceTiming me? And I don't answer.
You know-
I don't ever answer.
No, I don't.
Oh, I thought you still do it.
No.
No.
I've never.
You'd be like, Aries, I can't see your face.
You know, I used to get some of those on Facebook where people would call me, you know, and I don't answer those.
At all.
No.
Random stranger?
Yeah, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like D-Ray used to do this joke where he said, if you and your boy hang out and he drove and he drove you, y'all went somewhere, but he drove, and then he drops you off at your crib, you don't ever turn to him and go, good night.
Yeah, you do. You have a good time, man.
Don't tell another man good night.
D-Ray doesn't tell. I can guarantee you D-Ray lives by that creed right there.
Yeah, you drop your boy off at his crib, and just before he goes in, he turns around and goes, good night.
You give him peace or
See you next time.
later.
Or, all right, then.
All right, later.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, good night.
Yeah.
Good night has an implied to it.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. Oh, that's a show.
Let me give you guys some dates real quick.
This episode should be called Good Night.
Good night. It is, you know,
Who's
I'm writing that down.
FaceTiming you?
Actually, my girl.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's where we're going to be at. We're going to be, you listen to this. What is the dates on that? The 11th and 12th. So we are in Miami Improv, February 13th through the 15th. February 19th to the 22nd, we're at the Houston Improv, DC Improv on February 26th through March 1st. Can't wait to get back in DC. It's going to be cold. March 6th through the 8th, we're going to be at the Raleigh Improv. March 12th through the 14th, Wise Guys in Las Vegas. March 19th to the 22nd, we're at the Helium Comedy Club in Atlanta. March 24th is our beginning of our trip to Europe. Please go to ariespears.com. Check out all of our dates through Europe. And then we are adding another European tour in October. Look on his website for that coming up too. We'll also announce it on here when we do finalize stops. After that, we're going to be, that's it. This is this day. We got to go do a show. Thank you guys for listening.
30!
Aries Spears, Mark, good night.
Spears and Steinberg.
Thanks for listening to the Spears and Steinberg podcast. For more information on where to find us on the internet, visit spearsburgpod.com.